Hell's Gate. It's supposed to be, like many places, dangerous, but I don't think it is. I heard it has been dredged, but lots of stories on the waterways of people running aground there. Although we're taking the appropriate precautions and passing on a high tide, so I think that's fine. Hopefully the wind ain't too bad. And if it is, I can't really do anything about it in order to stream. So I'm gonna turn the camera around here in just a second. I'm gonna show you where we're at, what we're doing. Good morning. Good morning, Mike Caldwell. It might be a little hard to answer messages, FYI. So those that have come in the room and are watching or following along, if people are asking questions and y'all see I'm not commenting, you might tell them it's kind of, sometimes it's hard to drive, and I'll answer as many as I can. But this is the ICW. Let me turn this camera around. We're in the ICW here, and we're going to the inlet, which is right here, right to there. Let's see, and that's Hell's Gate. Right here, when it shows up. This little area right here, it's real tiny, but all the crews are Spirit. So I'm turning around. I got y'all turning around watching. Hopefully y'all having a good day at work. I'm back at work. This is work, and we're gonna let you follow along. It has been peaceful. What a great anchorage. We're coming out of it right now. We were anchored right over there. This has been really nice. I think the tide should be turning with us. Let's see what we're working with. The old 7-4.
I'm here.
Copy that. So let's see what the tide's doing. So according to this, the tide is right at high tide. Feels like it's still coming in, which is usually the case. It's usually a little bit after this. I don't know if y'all can see that before it starts changing. So actually I will. Good morning, guys. I'm trying to get it where try to get your comments up on my phone where you can see what we're doing here. According to this, it's a very narrow channel here, so I gotta pay attention. We're running about 7-8. The tide should turn with us, or at least be completely slack, where we can get a decent amount. Savannah, that's where we're heading. Savannah is right across that river. Alright, got it up here. Alright, do a 360. I think I did it, Jack. I'll do another one though. Us in front of us. Coming around. Trying to take you back there. Coming around. Back to center. Y'all will see these flies flying in and out. These horse flies are unbelievable. They have been terrible this whole trip. I bet you you'll see probably there'll be 50 around us here in a little bit. As we move, they'll catch us and they'll attack you, run into you, and of course they'll bite you if you let them. It's unbelievable how many of them there are. Chris Turner, good morning, Mike. Loretti, permission to come aboard, Cap? Absolutely, sir, come aboard. Y'all hang on for the ride. Jen says, good morning, safe passage. Thank you. Darren, good morning, Mike in Daytona right now. Cool deal, buddy. Wayne Bennett, good morning. Captain Sterling Kennedy just went through Hell's Gate. It's been dredged, no problem. Thanks, Cap. That's what I'm hearing. Part of the reason to live stream this is, as I said, some people like to tell stories, talk about how dangerous things are, and sometimes that scares people. So I want to show you that 9 times out of 10, it's not as bad as what people say. It's been my experience, the things that you don't. I just realized this sound might not be as good there. Y'all, how's that sound if it's back here? I'm behind the camera. Give me a sound check real quick. Okay, good. All right, perfect. That way y'all can see this pretty mug right here. I wouldn't want y'all to miss out on all this. Jim Ajak, you talking about Boat 360? Oh, okay. Wait till I get to Hell's Gate. Maybe I'll do that. Where's the markers, jackass? That's true. It's few and far in between. That's why we're following right here. Better stay in the channel is all I can tell you. I think this is a man-made cut on this one right here, so it's pretty good. Let's see. Wade P, good morning. Marty and the Pups. Thank you, same to you, sir. Mickey 71. Thought you were in NYC for a minute. Wait till you come through Hell's Gate on the East River. Always fun. I actually have already been through there. When we were coming, when I bought a boat in 2002, came down from Connecticut. So I've been through there. It definitely was swirly, way probably more swirly than what this will be. It's like a sailboat way off in the distance there. It's either coming to us or we catch it one or the other. Gotta stop every minute, do my engine. Look. I got a water pump being delivered tomorrow at an Amazon locker. That's a cool thing that I found, like for those of us cruisers or travelers, you can put in an order and look for the closest Amazon drop box, and they'll drop your part in the box, and then you go put your code in and open it. It works real good. Let me pop a top real early in the morning. Diet Coke. Don't drink and drive, kids. That's how I get my caffeine. Bobby Garris, good morning, sir. Underway is the only way. Boy, that's right. It was nice staying there yesterday, but even today I started getting antsy. I was ready to go, move on, see something new. Matt Moffett. Hi, good morning, sir. Michael Brown. Good morning, guys. From the hot, sunny Michigan. 90 degrees. Oh my gosh. Heck, it's cooler here. No, it is supposed to get 90 something. It was kind of hot yesterday. But when you're out on the water, it's not too bad. Set a distance here. Wayne Bernard said 48 watching and only 8 thumbs up. Y'all give it a thumbs up. Helps out on that algorithm. Another thing is, y'all, especially stuff like this, if you don't mind, share on your social media. Is that bug attacking me? Share on your social media if you like what we're doing. I'm sure other people will. It's always good to get the word out. Troy Manuel, morning to you, sir, from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right, we riding with you. Good deal. Slow in 8. You know what we say? Slow and steady. Steady is fast. Keep making this 8. I guess that sailboat's coming to us. Interesting fact, those that don't know it, but a sailboat under power is just as a motor vessel. Has no got to give way. A sailboat is under sail, you should give way to them. It's a little harder for them to sail. You know them blow boaters. That Ajax guy, he's a blow boater. Thank you guys for the sound check. He's traveling. He's moving on too. Wow, that sucker's moving pretty good. I should have probably gave him a little more berth. Had a little more room there. Doing man stuff. He said solid live stream this morning. Happy to be following along. Thanks so much. Hopefully it holds. We're getting closer to Savannah, so we should have decent signal. I know I see towers off in the distance, so we should be good for the live stream. I don't know if it drops out. I got it on here. So Andrew asks, where is this at, Cap? Good question. Let's see if I'll show you on here. Actually, it might be easier to show you on Google Maps. Alright, to sort of give you, hopefully you can see this well. This is where I'm at. We're coming up to the inlet at Hell's Gate. And then this is pretty much Savannah here. So we are just south of Savannah. And that sound is kind of hard to see. think it's the OGG Sound. If you look on the map, OGG Sound is where I'm at. We're approaching that right. There's a couple islands in the middle of the sound, and you'll see a little cut through, and that's the Hell's Gate that we're talking about, that we'll be passing through. That was the reason for the live stream today, special live stream. You know, we normally do in Mug Clubs, good time to say, on Mondays and Fridays, because we do the live at 5s on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So, and since I'm trying to figure out the best days, because the fact is that we're not moving, there's not too much new to talk about. So I might end up moving Mug Club to Mondays and Thursdays. That way we've got a live, so we got a Mug Club on Monday, live at 5 on Tuesday, Thursday could be the new Mug Club, and then Saturday is a live at 5. That way every couple of days you're getting a live stream about where we're at and what we're doing. Y'all remember, if you want to see some special content and see videos first and what have you, go to michaeljsteen.com, purchase a Good Time, our Mug Club. It's a Good Times mug, and you'll get additional content. You get to see all videos first. We're fixing to do a live feature on our live at 5s and Mug Clubs where you can call in. We're going to have one person a show call in and be able to ask questions and be on the show for a few minutes. So purchase your mug at michaeljsteen.com. Matt Moffett, sounds great. Thank you, Matt. The real go. Good morning. Hope your day is enjoyable. So far, so good. God's beautiful glory. I expect it will be. It's about like 5 miles. There's the sound. Y'all can probably see it out front. Yep. About 5 miles from where we'll cross, and then we'll turn back up. Gary Williams says, good morning, Captain Mike. Howdy from Northeast Oklahoma. Friends, smash that like button. Thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all. I have so many people on the channel that do that for me. Y'all remember better than I do. I know some people don't like to hit the like button because it shows up on the back end of YouTube on their channel or whatever, but if you don't like doing that, that's okay, no problem. If you'd like to share it on your social media, that's cool. Let's see. Hey Jules, good morning. Watching with 2-year-old and granddaughter. She said, oh, cool. Well, I need that younger crowd. That's cool. Working on the cool young crowd. Friends afloat. Morning from Freddie in Daytona Beach. Good morning. Oh, I'm not paying attention. See that? We can stay in the white. It's probably plenty deep enough, but you should always stay in the white if possible. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Typically, this white is where you want to be. We try to run in that. But you can see it's showing 19 feet. But what the deal is, I'm going to do a video one day just specifically about this. The way that these rivers, always the sweep of the channel, the outside sweep, because the water rushes both in and out, and the pressure pushes it to the outside, so that's always your deepest edge. An inside corner like over there will be your shallow edge. You can see it actually coming out too. it's kind of crazy. Some of the places that we'll go, you like this. We got a video which you'll see a good example of it coming when we went in to Dallas Bluff Marina. I got one attached to me here. We were at some points 10 foot off the land. It's crazy. It don't make sense. All this big water out there, and we were 10 foot off the edge of the curve. But that's where deep water is. So outside sweep is always the deep side. Brad Roberts says, an iced coffee with a wee splash of rum chata would be better choice for your morning beverage. Well, I don't do any rumming when I'm underway. Wouldn't be a wise thing. I'm already subject to run aground. I don't need a little help. You can see we're cutting through a little bit of blue and it seems to be doing good. The Real Gov, New Jersey is waiting on you. Sir, we are on the way. We are on the way. We're right on schedule. We'll be crossing into South Carolina by June, 1st of June. We'll probably make South Carolina a little faster, probably. Then North Carolina, July. And then the Chesapeake Bay, August. And then New Jersey, pretty much September. So that's why we were thinking we might step up Carolina a little bit. We've stayed like a week in places. We'll probably just be cutting it back a little bit, 2-3 days. Lord willing, the engines don't give us any troubles and we keep making good time. Steve Barnes, good morning from North Carolina. Knocked on your door, sir. Andrew Croucher, you called it there. Those darn flies, no doubt about it, man. If y'all go back, there was a live at 5 we did. Barty, he was catching them, collecting them, got a cup. It's about half to 3/4 full. I was just this morning sweeping up dead ones. I have some spray and I spray them in the windows and then they fall. But there's so many of them, it's like, I guess the good thing is, I can't complain, is they give you rest at night. They go lay down, I guess, you don't see them. So thank God for that, because boy, if you was having to worry about them biting you while you're sleeping, that would really suck. So I guess that's a blessing. Adventures with Conrad. Good morning, sir. Renee Runabout. Well, hi, Mike from West Palm Beach. You can sure see those flies. Safe cruising. Thank you very much. Yep. Them flies, that's just a special part of the show. William Corn. Sounds great either way. Thanks, sir. Axel, there's a message here. Let's see what it is. It's held for some reason. I don't know. Axel, I don't know why that message got held. Can't see it. Richard Bird, Osball Sound. Hey, Jules, that's a good plan. DA kamikaze flies. Wow, that is true. That's interesting. I made that observation yesterday. Them things are so fast, like you'll see them flying. You know, we're running 8, 10, whatever. They easily keep up with us. They zip back and forth. They must be able to fly like 30, 40 mile an hour. I don't even know. Somebody should Google that, put it up there and see how fast they are. But they're crazy because like they'll run into stuff. It's like they can't see or something. They'll constantly run in, and it's like they're almost testing it. So they're constantly running in, like they'll run into you, and if you let them light and just start to bite, you can kill them. And the ones that are extremely hungry, you just need to kill them because they're going to bite you otherwise. My legs are bit up as is from them. So usually when one's being very persistent, I stop what I'm doing and I kill it. Eric, good morning. Companion, safe travels. Can't wait to watch this later as I'm driving. All right, sir. Yep. Don't want you to be doing no crashing. Looking on the engine check, looking good here. Oil pressure. Temps on both sides looking good. Looks like 7-knot shuffle on the Magenta line. Good times, no doubt about it. That's what we're doing. Well, right now we're closer to 8, but you know how it is. You catch the marina or you catch the inlet, tide flows against you, slows you to 6. We were saying averaging 7, but I think we've lowered it to 6. Because by the time, because sometimes you're down to 5, it's safer to say average of 6. So when you're planning your trip and you say, okay, if you say we're making 7 miles and you calculate that how many hours, it's not working out, so we're lowering it to 6. So like 3 times 6, 18. If that's about a 20-mile run, 3.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever. And that way, if you get there a little sooner, tide gets behind you, wind gets behind you, you're better off. Jaquil, tisk, Mike. Hannah Reed. Let's probably get that one. Mike, check the chart. It's Hell's Gate, not Hell's Gate. Well, let's see. I wonder what the proper pronunciation of that would be if you're talking about, let's see, first of all, Hell Gate just doesn't sound right. Not to me. You're correct. It says Hellgate, but not being very super professional in English, I would think it would be Hell's Gate. Some of you English professors may be able to respond to that. I think the proper pronunciation would be Hell's Gate when using it in talking about passing through it. I have to do a little bit of research on that and see. Commander from Illinois, beautiful day on the water. Yes, it is. Drive the man. Good morning from Nebraska. Safe passage. Thank you so much. It says about 2 miles, 2.5 miles there. That is the sound right there. Ernest, good morning from Davenport. Right up the street where my home or where my house is, farm is. Been farming, let's see, morning, let's see. Wynn said he's guessing Marty is falling. Yes, he is.
Turn you around. You see them flies now, probably. Give you a couple minutes of the rear. John Bailey says Mountain Dew would be like an espresso in the morning. Yep. Try not too much sugar is my issue. Friends Afloat need 2 mugs, not just one for better half. Would be nice to get 2 for the. That's a pretty good idea. Friends Afloat. Excuse me. Friends Afloat, that's a pretty good idea. Buy one, get one, half off. I like that idea for a husband and wife deal. I like that. I like that. I think I'll do something like that on the website. Sounds good. FYI, I've got a mug club. I'm finally figured out how to live stream mug club only members. So I'll be when I get stopped, we'll have some time. I'm gonna put out some emails when I think it's going to be, and you'll have an opportunity to come in mug club. So. Anybody interested in that kind of stuff, purchase you a mug. So someone made an interesting observation the other day, and they said those that have purchased mugs and have supported the channel, y'all are helping the content to be free for everybody. Because I had a few people say, well, we don't mind if it's it stays free to Mug Club, and I think I've come to realize that, other than there will be events that I do live streams that are Mug Club only members, but those that have purchased are helping out, because some people can't afford, and I get it. I was a working man just like everybody else, and if you can't afford it, I wouldn't want you to do it. I'm probably going to do some Mug Club giveaways. Matter of fact, I know I am. For some people who maybe can't afford it, I'd be happy to bring them in, send them a mug. So we're going to do something like that before much longer. But those that can, I appreciate that support as well. So I feel like they need some special content because they are doing something excellent. All right, looks like, if I had to guess, south side of that island. Maybe right between those islands is where we're going here. Better view. Cut through there and then go back up. Those that know, some that don't, I always try to educate for those that know. When you're on the ICW and you're going counterclockwise, your red marker is port and your green marker is starboard. That's different than a lot of places like red right returning when you come in from C. It'll always be on your right. But when you're on the ICW, it's on your port side. Wow, thank you, Jay Hand Super Chat, my brother. Appreciate that. And just because, have a great day. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Y'all apologize if I missed some of your questions. It's a little harder. Paying attention. I'm watching my temperatures and everything. It's kind of hard. The worst thing is this thing will jump and then I got to go back and find where the comment is, where I left off. Friends afloat. That idea you had, if you don't mind, shoot me an email at mike@michaeljsteen.com. When I do that, with your proposal, when I do that, I'm going to mention you in the feed for that. Brad Roberts says the no-see-ums take over in the evening. So far, we've not had too much problem with them. Been a few, but yes, they do definitely get a little better, a little worse in the evening. But we, so far, have not, thank goodness, haven't had too many problems. I was at Dallas Bluff Marina, and we were sitting there talking our last day. We were spending time with them, going to leave. And they were talking, we was talking about the flies, and then somebody said, talking about the gnats being bad. And I was like, whew. I said, I don't mind them gnats. That is nothing. I said, these flies, they're like, oh no, them gnats, they'll tell you up. And later summer, you can't stand them. And I was like, gnats. I was like, you mean no-see-ums? And then, so around there, they call them gnats. And what I think of as a gnat is a non-biting, just an irritant. I can deal with that. So that's kind of interesting. The lingo's a little different. Troy Emanuel says we call them Texas flies. Yep, I can see why. Suckers are huge. Jim says, good morning from James from Wichita, Kansas. William Van Hook, good morning. Enjoy your trip. Greetings from Belgium. I'd say that's Antwerp. Belgium, Antwerp. I'm probably destroying that. Probably use a nice view, Mike. Virginia Beach. Swaggy, good morning from Nigeria region, Canada. Niagara, I'm sorry. Kind of hard to read on Niagara. So for those that are just coming aboard, that boat just came out of Hell's Gate, and I was live doing a special live stream like this. I expected we would have pretty good service as we are coming from or getting close to Savannah. Usually when we get closer, we have a little better service. So I figured we'd live stream through this. This is the infamous or notorious Hell's Gate, and people talk about it all the time about being dangerous, and I'm guessing they all went through there at low tide sometime, and before they dredged it. It's my understanding they dredged it about a year ago, year and a half ago, something like that. And as with a lot of places, sometimes stories get built up, and I think it scares people, maybe limits some people when they read about stuff like that on the forums and all. And I got to tell you, it's been my experience that about 90% of that stuff is not real, or it's real places, but they're just not as bad as people say. So part of us, y'all know we're keeping it real. We tell you the good, bad, and ugly. And hopefully we inspire you to do stuff because you find out it's not as dangerous and crazy as some say. Go find Cruiser over there. Big money right there, I guess. We also find that y'all know we're doing trying to do it on the cheap. We're trying to show an alternative. Nothing wrong with if I had money, I'd probably do to some degree way more staying at marinas. If I had a ton of money, but you're talking about, I don't know, even for this boat, 70, 80 bucks a night. That's like staying in a motel when we can stay on the hook for zilch. So we're trying to show you the ways to do it cheaper. Y'all know, those that know, we fuel usually with jerry cans. We've been successful doing that. We only stopped at one marina so far, and that's because we misjudged how far it was. So trying to show a little different way of doing things. Probably the biggest thing I get questions about all the time is people say, y'all going too slow, y'all going too slow, and I'm like, hang on a second. I'm like, ow, you sucker. That sucker got me good that time. Damn, it bit me on the bite already. Let's see. Ajax said, William Cronin sent me a navigation aid. Look at the bottom of your feed. Alright. Let's see. William, mile marker 601. 2021, Hell's Gate was dredged, but started to shoal again. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Just go down the middle, favor the green of the channel by southern exit. Thank you, William. Yeah, and we're also crossing at high tide, obviously. So this is it. And the other thing is, it's not very long, so come back to some comments, guys, when I get through it. I'm gonna take no chance to run the ground. I know that'll probably make for some good lives, but looks like it cuts right through there. In case anybody's wondering, that's Diet Coke. I don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive, kids. That's for the 5 o'clock somewhere. So you're supposed to go and get it lined up and go through it. We're going to see just how shallow it is. I'll tell you, we had a spot. I couldn't tell you the name of it. When that video comes out, you'll see it. But man, I can't say till I get through this, but that was one of them ones no one really hardly says much about. And it was tight and it was shallow. It came up, I think it was like 4 feet at one time. I don't know how the bigger boats got through it. I can't remember exactly what the tide was, but that thing was, that was crazy. But it was super short. It was shorter than this. There's the sound. There's the ocean. Looks like it'd be just a nice crossing. On the outside, we're going to try to go on the outside after Hilton Head, I think. Either one or the other. Come in at Charleston to make sure my camera's rolling. Sorry, probably gave y'all a booty shot. This is our depth here. I would think that what some people told us too, they went through, the wind was worse than anything, trying to push them side to side. I don't even see this would be a problem with tide. I wouldn't think. I have my polarized glasses on, so that helps you to see the ground, although this water is so mucky it's hard to see. We're definitely coming up. Stays like that, there's no problem. I suspect it will. Got a little bit of a current there. It's like a nice place to explore over there. Little beach. I bet the Marty's dogs will be looking at that very longingly. Definitely a narrow channel. Probably, what, 50 yards wide? If I had to guess. See the green, see the red. Not very wide. If you had a problem, just go down. I don't get it. Go down or not. Y'all seen lowest I've seen is 14. Cool little island up there. Ooh, see that big fish coming out there? He's big. There's 13. Pretty good. Love them whole islands like that. It's a cool place to hang out. Kind of like Haulover Inlet. Come and watch the boats passing through. Well, I think that's it, folks. We got through it. Kon-Tiki back there. Let's see what she's doing. All right, Kon-Tiki, looks like you made it.
You could have said that after we passed through.
We're through it now. I'm in 18 foot of water. Yeah, that's a cool little island. Oh, that's a campable island. I'll get back to comments here in a little bit. Let me get sure I'm totally through it back in the white. Tide's gonna turn on us. I think it's starting to drop out now, so we're probably gonna get a little of that in our face. Yeah, it's starting to come out. Probably slack right now. Don't feel it too much till about a third down, and you start feeling it. And I found personally that it is behind these lines. The tide is stronger behind, meaning later than what it's showing. That has held true most of the entire trip. Swells from the ocean. Got me. That's saying, although I used the marker, I'm taking it across this blue though. I'd like to go up through the white. Probably would be okay. The Navionics is showing. Deeper than what it's showing on here. It's a beautiful day to go outside. We were making distance, but it's a short place to where we're going to do an anchor meetup. For those who are watching, if you're in Savannah, let's see what the name of that place is. Rodney J. Hall Boat Ramp. Y'all in Savannah, South Savannah? Tomorrow, Wednesday, yesterday's Tuesday, yeah. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to do a meetup at 7 at the Rodney J. Hall Boat Ramp. So come out and say hi, we'll be there. Usually lasts an hour or so. Warm already. Oh, we got to get north. Alright, get back to some comments. flies, the camera picks them up pretty good. Have a great day. Thank you, Rick. You too. All right, we're turning back. Go back up the channel. Brad Roberts says, on the cheap, aka voting for guys like us. Absolutely. Absolutely. You could do this in a much smaller boat. I bought a 23-foot Sunrunner in Niantic, Connecticut, brought it down. That's when I got hooked on the trip, but man, that was easy. But it's only single engine, so we did have problems with hitting rocks one time up there. And so that's the only downside to that is, of course, 2 inches, you can at least still move. But it costs you a lot more money too. William Crowan, use ethanol-free gas? No, sir, we don't. We use regular gas because we use jerry cans and that's why we're bouncing the truck up. We didn't originally plan that, and we were going to show y'all, I sort of worked it out to where when we fuel, we would just have to stretch out our fuel points. But when we both fuel, depending on the gas prices, we would save $400 to $500 per fuel up. All right, so I was like, this was before we realized we could keep bouncing the truck up. People were helping us do that. But so the plan was, well, if need be, you could rent a truck. Y'all know you can rent trucks from Home Depot or any rental place, a car, and go fuel, have it for the day, get your provisions, and fuel with your jerry cans, and you'd still save $300 to $500 depending on what the fuel cost is. So that's another option, even for those that you're not bouncing the truck up like we are. You can. That's a good option. We hadn't done it. We were going to show it on camera, but you can certainly do that. But yeah, we're paying the same price for fuel like everybody else. J-Hen, thermocell for them bugs. I don't know, J-Hen, them things don't seem to respond well to thermocells. Thank goodness we're only fighting them. And up here, you know how thermocell is with the wind. Thank goodness we're only fighting them during the day and not at night. They lay down at night. Maybe they can't see. I don't know what to do. Seems like they can't see anyway, the way they run into everything. So, any idea both of you and Marty will live stream again? I follow both of you. Both channels have questions. So we should do a live at 5. That's a good little story. We should do a live at 5 tonight, Tuesday. So if everything goes well, it could be a little later because we have an aquarium that we're meeting with, and we're shooting video for y'all. It's an extension of University of Georgia, I believe. I don't have all the details. I got them on email. I can't remember them. But we're meeting them. We're going out on a boat, a trawler. They're going to get shrimp, and then they're going to do us. We're going to go to the aquarium and get a tour. But it's basically going to be educational is what we're trying to do. We'll have people to interview. They'll tell us all about the shrimp and all the stuff in the aquarium. So we're doing that. So, but hopefully live at 5 tonight, like normal. Live at 5 are Tuesdays and Saturdays. And we tried to do one last Saturday, and I had changed the setting on my YouTube where most videos go unlisted, and I didn't realize that when we were trying to go live, it was showing we were live, but there was nobody in the room, and then I couldn't see it on my channel. Long story short, I figured it out. The next Mug Club that Monday, I figured out what it was. So anyways, So yeah, live at 5. We'll try to do this evening if all goes well. Usually we try to make them up the next day if we can, but that's why we kind of have it set for 5, but we should be back in time. Friends of Float just ordered shirts for the summer. Good times. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I got some extra stuff. I'm gonna do a sale. I got quite a few shirts in the store. I'm gonna do a little video about it sooner or later here. Give y'all a little discount. Seas look good, Joe Rodriguez. Yes, they do. I bet we could go out easy today. Be nice. Axel Underway is the only. Oh, wait, is that the same one? Larry would be having a feast. Fernando Oliver. For some reason your message got retracted. I'm not sure why. John Ravenwood. You both need thermocells on the boats for those flies. Great for getting rid of all types of bugs. We have them. We both have them. I just don't seem like they help in the fly bridge. They would help down below, but from what I can tell, they don't help with the flies. But I could be wrong. Tyler 10. How deep do your boats draft? 3 foot. We stop at 5 though. So another thing about it is 3 foot. My readers, the sounder is in a foot below the water line. So when it's reading 3, it's really 4. But we stop at 5, which is really 6. Brad Roberts. All right, Hell's Gate to the stern. Absolutely. As I suggested, it wouldn't be as bad as we thought. Safe travel, Brad. Thank you, sir. Thomas Nichols, everyone with fly fighting, that's for sure. When I ain't paying attention, they'll get me. And it's weird, I don't know what it is. By the time you feel that bite, they've already injected you with whatever it is they're injecting you with. I don't know what that is, how all that works. David Nash, I'll need a couple fly swatters, they're all over you. Marty, that's actually funny, Marty bought one. He's got a, let's see here. See if y'all can see him. I don't know if he is or not. Swat flies. He bought one. Yeah, he's swatting them back there. See him? If I pick it up, I don't think I can. Let me lower it a little bit. Yeah, he's back there fighting them. See, he's got an electric fly swatter. See him? He's killing them. Yep. Good camera here. I bought this camera just for these reasons. Alright, let me go back. Thank goodness we don't have much to do today. I think it was only about 12 miles. Another cool beach. Let me move this. Bruce, Markey, morning Mike, what's your traveling? Right now it's down to 6. We're going against the tide, but yeah, we try to do 8. That's what we try to do. But as you can imagine, tide changes that far. Carolina Beacher says they should make depth sounders that are 360 so you can see what's coming up. They actually do. This actually has that function. If I was to buy the forward facing sonar, the attachment for it, to be honest with you, it doesn't show it out far enough that if you were underway and get it back up here. If you were underway, put it back here. You wouldn't have time to react to it. So yeah. Anthony Villa, you can see him, yeah. Is that a phone camera? Yes, it is. It's a S21, I think. This one, the S21 something. But that one has a much better camera. That's why I used it for live streams. And also, no one really has that phone number other than family. Because, and he's one of them watching it. He'll see me on here and send me a text, and then it vibrates the phone. But so now I got that phone is just dedicated to live streaming. Thomas Nichols, Marty's all over the place watching flies. Yeah, we were laughing about that last night. Yesterday, or last night, I was following him. The day before yesterday, I'm sorry. We stayed where we were yesterday, but we were talking about it last night. I'd seen the boat turn, and I was like, damn, must be a shallow spot, because he just got his depth finder working and put in a new depth finder. And the boat would turn, but he was fighting flies, and then he would correct and come back. And I'm like, damn, wonder if it's shallow up there. But it would just be fighting those flies. I guess if we was rich, had a big old fine boats with cabins, closed cabins and all, but I don't know. I like good times. I like the way we're doing it. Perplexed, he's seen Swirly back there. See you around Topsail soon. Alrighty. Carolina Beacher, I think today's tech would do better. I know mine shows what I've already passed or currently going over. Didn't know they had that bad on distance. Yeah, it's only from what I can tell. And your fishermen, this one has like the capability. Actually, I can show you. It just it doesn't work as well. It has. See, home. This side view, but the way mine's in the hull, it was supposed to show you like what's beside you, which for fishing and all that would work. That would be pretty cool, but doesn't work for me. I think it's clear view. It's supposed to be the front one. But as you can see, I don't have that device. But yeah, there is that availability. D.A. Lamont, where y'all going to stop in North Carolina? Topsail, Morehead City, probably. I'm not sure about Topsail, probably Morehead City. I've stopped there before. It was nice. So, matter of fact, it must have been a shark. We were night fishing and we got hooked up on something, and it was so big. We're in a 23-foot boat. It was so big that I pulled the anchor up, and it was because we knew it was going to break the line, and he was pulling the boat. And the problem is he started pulling us toward a bridge, and I don't know, he didn't know he was gonna, I didn't know if it was getting to that protection of those pylons, but it was a short bridge, and it wasn't one and it was at night, and we weren't gonna let it pull us under at night, so we popped the line off. We tried to turn it, started putting pressure on it, trying to turn it, and I think that we did turn it once, but it wanted to go that way, and it broke off. We seen it come up and roll, and it looked like a shark. I'm a big shark, like an 8 foot, something like that. I want to say I got a picture somewhere of that, but we weren't able to get it. Which we wouldn't have put it in the boat anyways. So Morehead City, top sell, I'll look into that and see. Nice little house there. Back around here. I'm not a stock guy. I do try to trade a little bit. I have a little bit of money in there. Try to help cover my trip, but I bought into AMC. If y'all trade any stock, take a look at that. I'm not giving any financial advice, but there's supposed to be some big squeeze about to occur with that. So just take a look at it. A little piece of advice. It's running up this morning. Good. Back through there. Houses right on the water. Give you an idea of what we're dealing with, how wavy that is. Freaking takes 2 miles to do 1 mile down here. That's why we'll get out when we can. FYI, we got, after today, we got that tour at that facility. That'll be some good videos. And then we got a couple YouTubers lined up to fish with in Hilton Head. I think it's Hilton Head next week or whenever. So that should be pretty good. They're supposed to be local knowledge guys. One has a boat, one has a kayak. So we'll do both of that. I'm supposed to be getting a part that I'm picking up here in Savannah, raw water sea pump for my starboard engine, and then also a part for my outboard on my dinghy. Hopefully that solves that problem. And that thing sounds like it is. I took it to a place that I'm gonna mention in that video, and the mechanic looked at it, and so I put a new carburetor on it, thinking that had something to do with it. And so I put this new carburetor on there, and it ran better. And then it seemed like it got worse, and we replaced the coil. That was $170, and it ran even better, but it wouldn't develop power right. So I finally gave up, and I was like, I got to take it to somebody that knows what it is. Took it to the guy, and he's like, there's a spacer missing. He's like, there's a gasket, supposed to be a gasket, spacer, gasket, where the carburetor goes into the turn down that goes into the head. I never knew that. Like when I took one off and put one on, and that spacer wasn't in there. So that problem that's been plaguing me all this time was when I bought that motor from the guy, he didn't put that spacer back on, so I didn't know enough to know that was missing. So a good trained eye seen that right away and said, oh, it's that spacer. He's like, I'm almost positive that's your problem. So I don't know how much it is. It's only going to be like $10 or something. Got him. Look at that. Freaking things are resilient. You got to hit them on the surface. You hit them on your clothes, you don't kill them. But anyways, turn back over here a little bit. So hopefully, if that all goes well, I'll pick that part up, and that's going to solve my problem. Captain Steve, what depth are you running now? It's like 20 on here. Hopefully y'all can see that. It might be kind of hard to see, but right now it's about 20. It's pretty consistent in here with the chart. Maybe a little deeper because it's coming off of high tide. Need to work away from that edge over there. I keep favoring that edge. Dolphins, I missed them. I didn't see them. We see them all the time. They're all over the place. Although there's way more down in Florida, but they're definitely here. Sean, looks like a perfect condition for a nice stream. Yes, sir. Sit back and enjoy the scenery. Yep. Yep, days like this, you got to take it in. I love these sawgrass marshes. They have lots of bugs, but I love to be able to look over them like that. They also help break the water up, or the waves to fetch. You can usually get in behind them, and you don't have too much, bad conditions. Friends afloat, headed into office now. Have a blessed day, Mike. make sure to have a good time. No doubt about it, brother. Thank you so much. Thanks for following along. It is a good time. I often just stopped last night, was having some of the moments. I don't know if y'all seen that moon. It was like that moon. And just sit back and just thank the Lord for all the beautiful scenery. Be able to look outside and see stuff like this. It's just been absolutely amazing. And then this morning, I got up about 4 o'clock, I guess it was. My Jenny had to fuel my Jenny. I was running AC last night, and it sucks it down. It doesn't make it all night like if it's not running. And what a beautiful blood red moon was getting lower in the horizon. The clouds, I guess, helped to make it red. It was just absolutely amazing. I don't know if I went back and took a picture of it. Let's see. I don't know if it would be on this phone or not. It was beautiful though. I sat there for a minute taking it all in. Completely quiet. The water was calm. The moon was on right on the, it was going down, you know. Jacob, are y'all going up to the Savannah River or just down and out? Yeah, we're not going to go up the river. So, as holds true at a lot of these places, these spots where everybody wants to go, I guess, tourist towns, they don't seem very friendly to the cruisers. There is a dock downtown, but you're dealing with all the big ships and the ferries. And to be honest with you, we drove through there the other day. We drove around about 15 or 20 minutes. Could not find a parking spot. We were going to get out and walk the river drive. We drove down it. So, but you know, it's just a bunch of coffee shops, eateries, and places like that. To be honest with you, these back areas, and like I did yesterday, I put a video up on Michael Steen on Facebook. I did some, went on to an island, did some exploring, and those are the cooler places. I mean, a bunch of people, everything's high priced, it doesn't seem as nice. So that's been our experience through the whole way. Drought, Oklahoma, just dropped in to say hello, man. Beautiful weather out there, nice. Yes, sir, it is. Birds flying off in the distance there. Yes, it is. Blessed condition. Mark Andrews, good morning from New Jersey. I'd love to treat you and Marty to a great meal when you get up toward the Chesapeake Bay. I know a great place, boat accessible right on the bay. Sounds awesome. That'd be great, Mike. Send me an email at mike@michaeljsteen.com if someone's available to post that. And of course, if you're following, and I'll put it in a folder and reach out to you. So yeah, we're always looking for good places to go like that. That would be awesome. I'm going to shoot out, matter of fact, an email. We just knew for sure yesterday exactly where we were doing it. You have to be doing this meetup at this park. You don't want to put it out there too soon because then we can't make it and we're not keeping our word. So I'll shoot out an email to everybody that's in the Savannah area, but for those that came in late, we're doing a meetup. Rodney J. Hall boat ramp. It's on the bridge going to Skidaway Island tomorrow at 7 p.m. Y'all want to come out, have a cold beer, we'll hang out there, chat a while. I'm not sure yet because that's where we're going as to where exactly where we're going to be able to anchor comparison to that. You never know till you get there. I'm going to say that's Skidaway Island right there. Yep, it is. Beginning this getaway. Guess we're gonna turn and go in there. That place is right around the corner. We got a buddy, subscriber's gonna help out, run me to pick up the truck. When we get up here, I'm gonna get anchored up, and he's gonna run me to the Dallas Bluff Marina, pick up my truck, and then I'll figure out where I can leave it up here. Damn, this is packing me. Usually when I get one like that, I stop to kill that sucker. I do have some bug spray, and I'm going to try to get some different stuff too, but it works pretty good. I can spray them. They collect in the window down below. Got that one. They collect in the window down below, and I can spray them, and it knocks them down. They end up dying, but they're building up. Usually by the afternoon, they're all over the boat. Rosetta Stone, hello from Vermont, Jacob. I'm a local, so I avoid the tourist areas too. Yeah, I bet you do. I would dare go downtown. When we were there, that was during the week. On the weekend, I know I wouldn't go down there. No way. Rosetta, old cool bear, cold beer. Yeah, a little bit early for that. On drink and drive. Seahawk, Mike, you both love the Chesapeake, perfect for what you're doing. Yep, I kind of think that. I remember, I know it's beautiful. When I came down before, I went up the Delaware River and then came C&D Canal and then came down Chesapeake. I remember those big bluffs. You could go in behind them into the marinas. We've been hearing people talk about all the cool, like little towns in the Chesapeake. But yeah, that's more our style. We don't, these big tourist attraction areas, that they're just that. They're all the same. They're all overpriced, overpacked, not cruiser friendly. When you have a place that's so busy by car, they don't need cruiser business. So they're not very cruiser friendly. You can tell the places that are, because they'll have free docks and they want the boats to stop. So, yep. Earl Floyd, the meetup place, is also referred to as Butterbean Beach. Yes, sir. That's correct. I've seen that. It shows up on the map like that Butterbean Beach more actually before you see it as that name. So yeah, that's interesting. Good morning from Chicago. Living the dream, brother. No Doug Ulrich, no doubt about it. I believe it. I know it's true. I gotta say it's better, even better than what I thought. Even better than what I thought. So many times you sit back and just taking it all in, going, man, this is nice. Of course, I'm a weather guy. Cool thing about a boat is you don't like your view, you pull up anchor and move to a better one. WHFD 46. That's got to be it's got to be some firefighter I know. Let's see. That's somebody from my hometown, but your message didn't show up, bud. I'm not sure who it is, but it's got to be a fireman from where I work. I have to check to see what it is later. Jacob, you can dock at the Isle of Hope Marina if need be. Sounds cool. John, the hum of those engines will put you to sleep. Yeah, you got to be careful of that. They're nice. They're running as you can see about, this one's off a little bit, they're running about 1,500 RPM, so they're not working hard. That's the other reason we don't run hard. They're almost just over idling down there. Because I tell you, you can push them up another 500 RPMs and you don't gain but maybe a mile per hour. Not these kind of boats. It's not worth it. Seahawk 1, try and see a boat docking competition on the Chesapeake. You will like it. I have seen that on the videos. Yeah, I definitely want to see that when we get up there. That'd be great content. Oh, okay. Good morning from Naples, Florida, Mike. Paris from Naples Fire Rescue. Okay. Yours is WHFD FF46. All my emails and everybody from my department, we're WHFD, and then usually our numbers, whatever our. So mine was 15. So my email was always like WHFD15 and AOL.com or whatever. So I kind of thought that was somebody from my department. Cool. Thanks for following along. Dean Fulford, where are you? We are, that is Getaway Island. If you look on the map, right to our right, we're going to make this turn right here. Getaway Island, just south of Savannah. Well, it's really part of Savannah. It's suburbs of Savannah, I guess. But this is Getaway Island. If you look on the map, we're on the south side of Savannah. Conrad, spray 409 cleaner kills flies and cleans your boat. 409 cleaner, all right. That sounds interesting. Might even have some of that. I'll try that. B.A. Lamont, use Avon Skinson salt for the bugs. It's way better than the bug spray. We used to use it Paris Island in the Marine. Man, I have been trying to find that with no success. Let me work over here. Might be a little. Matter of fact, kind of show you how I keep up with stuff I need. I have a shopping list. You have to put stuff in here so that as soon as you run out of it, you can't just run to the store. So, or before you run out of it, you have it on your list. And I got Skin So Soft right there on my list. So that's imperative to have these lists when you're a boater. As soon as you realize you might need some, another one down. As soon as you realize you might need some, you put it on that list. Auto Zero, Mike, we need a tour of the boat. Auto, if you send me an email at mike@michaeljsteen.com, I'll do one very shortly, and I'll reference you in that email. Get the tour of the boat done. I can do that as a quick one. Todd Bishop, good morning, Mike. Beautiful day to be on the water. Yes, sir, it is. Need to get on the sweep of the channel and make a little shallow right there. Again, when you're following the channel, the outside sweep is where the deep water is. Might put me in the dock. Kevin Collins, good morning, Mike. Love the videos, brother. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Anybody appreciate any shares on social media? If you enjoy this kind of stuff, share it with your friends on your social media. That'd be awesome. Kevin Collins, hit the thumbs up, guys. It helps a lot. That is a true statement. What it does is it helps the algorithm to push us out, especially these lives. John Lester, good morning from Cincinnati. Looks like a great day. It is, brother, it is. It's getting a little warm, but I guess it's warm all over the country, what I can tell. But we're on the water, so it's usually a little cooler. The water, I don't know, it must still be in the low 70s. I have to check. Bill Gerber, good morning, sir. Gary, sounds good. Anthony, Bill, I'm hoping you guys in New Jersey, when I'm on vacation in July, but I might just miss you. Let's see. So I don't think we're going to be in New Jersey. Matter of fact, we'll probably be in New Jersey in September. According to our state per month philosophy we're following. We're kind of like spending a month in each state so we can really see the stuff, and meet people, and go do things like that. So hardly no wind because the wind's behind us. And we're running about the same speed as the wind, so it's getting a little warm. I used to have a fly swatter on it, and I don't know what happened to it. Got to get one when I go to the store. Matter of fact, you can put that on my list. Fast. I didn't let him dig in before he got away. Hunter Ariel says it's warm and muggy in Memphis. Water looks nice. Yes. Good days to be moving like this. Adventures a happy of hours. Good morning, sir. New York area. Go check out Tommy's channel, Adventures of Happy Hours. He's done some video. He's got a video on there he made as far as help doing some locations on where to anchor, where to stay. He's up in the New York area, but is going to be moving to Florida sometime. He's a very much an avid boater like we are. Sees the value of being down in Florida where you can boat pretty much all year round. Set in the heat of the summer, like I tell people, around August, September, the water in Florida done got so hot that that's when I quit boating in Florida, but a lot of times I'm out of there anyway. Either in the Keys, further down where it's a little cooler, or I try to go to the mountains or something. Now for the next 3 years we'll be doing this. But it can be miserable down there in the heat of the summer, the last part of the summer. The humidity gets real high, and it's just hot. You can't escape it. Captain Sully, hello from Kansas. How you, sir? Thanks for following along. So those coming in there just came in the room. We're in the ICW, just south of Savannah. This is called Skidaway Island. If you look on the, actually I think that's Skidaway Island. If you look on the map, that's where we are. Nice areas, nice boat. It's almost not fair to have a boat that big and a house that big right on the water. That's a nice view back across the marsh. Miles and miles. That's looking south. Hey Tommy, all right, I appreciate that. We'll obviously be talking with you for too much longer. Florida Buckeye, hello from Pasco County Schools. How you doing? Thank you for your service at the schools. Boy, that's a needed thing. And that can be a challenge, that we know. Goodness. Captain Sully, you're welcome. Looks beautiful out there. Hopefully one of these days soon I can get out there and do that. That's the plan. Well, sir, I hope you can too. And I say do it sooner than later. It's been my experience. You don't have everything perfect, but if you waited for perfect, you would never go. But there's doing it like we're doing it, a seasons at a time during the summers. That's a cool way of doing it. There's also, I've seen people doing it where they trailer the boats and do a state at a time. That way they can just take off a month or so. That's awesome. That's another good way of doing it. You set yourself up, lower your bill cost. I mean, if you're rich, it's no problem, but if you're like me, an average working class guy, lower your bills, lower your expenses, and watch your cost while you're out here, and hopefully we teach some of that. It's doable. We definitely not promised another day, so I always, little story I tell that when I retired from the fire department about 5 years ago, I really wanted to go then. I've been working, I've been telling everybody, man, when I get retired, I'm gone. And I had a house, the market was up then, and I sold the house. I did a pretty good profit on it. And I wanted to go then, but I was like, man, I gotta have wherever I'm gonna come back to, which is, I took that money and bought, I still owe money on it, but used that to help build out at the farm. And it took me 3 or 4 years then working to get that all squared away. And it's not 100% squared away, but get it to a point to where I could have one of my kids on the property, and I do have one, hoping for another soon. And they'll put a house out there so that they can watch it while I'm gone and live cheaper and all that. So I worked my butt off in my cabinet business, paying cash for all that, so I didn't have any debt as far as any of the buildings and any of the stuff I built. And then the last year or so was getting ready for this trip. And you never have, I don't think you never have all the money you want, for sure. But we finally made the plunge. When we made the plunge, as y'all see from my videos, I didn't have everything done. But it's worked out amazing. I wouldn't trade so far what we've done for anything. It's been awesome. Absolutely awesome. Strongly encourage anybody that wants to do something like that. Start a YouTube channel. It's not necessary to make a bunch of money, because, you know, if you're big, you can make good money at it, but I don't make big money at it with my amount of subscribers, though we're growing. But one of the secrets that you find out later that's unintended consequence is you get to, when you're making those videos, you're already reliving what you've done. And a couple years down the road, I've already experienced this. You look back, I look back on my Keys trip and what have you, and I'm absolutely amazed. It's like reliving it over again, and it's such a great way to keep up with what you're doing and then sharing it with others. A lot of people say, oh, I don't know how to do that. It's not that hard. Like anything in life, you apply yourself for 4 or 5 months, and you'll have it. Anthony Villa, is the cabinet kitchen business still running? Fine, no. My son was the last person that worked with me, and then he's gone to chef school. So the last year, after COVID, he started in school, and then I just worked by myself because, of course, I didn't want to leave and then him not have a job or whatever. So the last year, I worked by myself and just slowly watching. Y'all know, those that follow the channel, we started, and I'd go back, do a job for a couple of weeks, and come back, and we made good progress. And it was good that it actually worked that way with Marty's engines, because we would have been dead in the water for a while. So that worked out well, and then I just quit taking jobs, and pretty much just I don't say it's closed, because I could do something in the winter if I want to, but I don't think I will. Between writing the books, y'all know I write books. Those are starting to pick up a little bit, not much. These were things I did to help fund this trip. The Mug Club, if people keep supporting with that, a little bit from YouTube, then hopefully I won't do any more of that. It's pretty physical, because I custom build cabinets, and that stuff comes in 4x8 sheets of plywood. And when you're building cabinets by yourself, it's pretty physical. That's kept me in shape too, so I don't complain about that. But I got a lot of awesome adventures coming when we get back to Florida. I mentioned a few times there's the Peace River. I've already shot the video on the first 2 sections of it. The Peace Creek, or what's called the Peace Creek drainage ditch. Y'all look on a map. It starts 1 mile from my house. So I put in 1 mile from my house. Now the Peace Creek drainage ditch turns into the Peace Creek, which turns into the Peace River, and this is in the central part of the state, and it jumps out into Charlotte Harbor. So I got that adventure to do. That's overnight on kayaking. That's all kayak stuff. And then I also, on the Peace River, there's a lot of fossil. This is no wake zone coming up here. You can find big megalodon shark's teeth. If y'all Google that on YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. They're all in the river. And me being a diver, snorkeler, you can dive in certain areas and find them. But that's going to be an exciting adventure for the winters. There's more content I can bring. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that when we get back. Anthony Villa, Roar Inspiring Good. I hope so, brother. That's what the goal is. I hope so. There's you see these slow wakes signs right there. So when we get up to this, we slow down. Of course, it ain't too much slower for us, but we do want to stop and wait. That's pretty good. It'll get less and less as we slow down a little more. Pretty good. I got a video I'm working on too right now. It's coming out, guys. It's going to be kind of like a motivational thing. I think you'll enjoy that. I've been working on that. That's separate from the trip stuff. Hopefully it inspires some people. Mike, when will you make your way up the Hudson River? Phil Gerber, that's probably in September or October. Pay a lot more attention for sure, because was talking with Tommy and Adventure Happy Hours, and we got to see, there's some dolphins right there. We got to see when we got to get hauled out by. Tommy, if you're still on, you might mention when pretty much you got to get hauled out by. There's it right there. Probably coming around the bow. Wait, let's see. coming to say hi. Just passing by. Like a marina right there. Subdivision marina. Yeah, but we'll be, I'm sure, I think it's September, in the September, October, you got to haul out by, I'm not sure. See if Tommy responds in there. But y'all know the guys that are up there, you know, we'll be on their timeline as to when we haul out. Anthony Villa, yes, I've done some physical. I hear you, brother. I always say, make work your friend. That comes from a book. You got to work, and you might as well make it your friend. Enjoy what you do, whatever that is. Man, if you don't enjoy what you do, freaking change, because you got to do it so much. You make work your friend. It's a lot easier to get up in the morning. And the way I talk about that is, so when I was becoming a fireman, once I realized I wanted to become a fireman, that became my sole focus. Now, I recognize and further later learned it takes you about 2 years from the time you decide to do it to get through all the schooling and to get hired on. So that's a 2-year commitment that you got to make, and if you want it bad enough, you do it. But what I always tell people is them 2 years are going to pass by whether you're chasing your goals or not. 2 years are going to go by. So a lot of people look at it and go, oh man, it's too much work. But I got to tell you, each time I've chased something I've wanted to do like that, you're in your happiness, you're usually the happiest when you're chasing a goal. It's not the obtaining the goal. The boat trip could be an example of that. The happiness is not getting to that place. If that's the place you were going to go. The happiness is en route to that place. That's where all the good times are. So back to this thing about being a fireman, I set my mind to it, and I learned some valuable lessons there that, like I said, that your time's going to pass away whether you're chasing your goals or not. So you need to chase your goals. And a lot of happiness comes from that. And then at the end of those 2 years, or whatever your thing is you want to do, it goes by and you wake up one day and you've done what you set out to do. And then well, guess what? You set your next goal. What's your next goal? And then I'm telling you, my daughter, she's an RN now, and I, of course, helped her through school, and that's a tough school to get through. She did fabulous. She made it. She had a little bit of not depression, but a little bit of dissatisfaction when she got through school, because when she got through school and you get the certificate and you're an RN, the newness of that wears off really quick. And she found herself saying, I thought it was going to be more. And I basically gave her the same advice. I was like, sweetie, you gotta set your next goal, because once you obtain it, there'll be times when you'll look back at it and you'll be like, I am so happy I did it. You'll like being a nurse or being a fireman, but your happiness usually comes when you're chasing them goals. Usually, that's been my experience. So if you're doing a job today and you don't like it, man, change that. Start working towards something you want to do, because life gets a lot better. I don't know what they build in there. I guess it's just a top. Kind of top. thinking that's like a. I just realized that might have been a slow wait, which it's a marina, so slow down. But put in that's a private no wait sign. Huh. But I don't mind slowing down. Pesquar, hopefully I'm not slaughtering your name. You guys should do live on Instagram. Man, it's hard enough to keep up with YouTube. Doing the lives on here. I do a little bit on Facebook because it's people that, to be honest with you, don't know how to YouTube. And I'm trying to build up some audiences there, but I know in that there's apps and ways to do it, and I'm working toward it, but it's a challenge doing what we're doing, believe it or not. Kim Benson, great video. Been watching hour of this week. Time to get the housework done. Might see you in North Carolina. I'll be at the boat if laid off. Well, hopefully you don't get laid off, Kim, but hopefully we do see you up there. Yep, hope that doesn't happen to you. Laid off this week. Corner area, congrats to your daughter. She's touched so many as a nurse. My wife's an NP, nice. Was at the local children's hospital. So much respect. Yep. This past book, I dedicated the book to all nurses and doctors, people through COVID. Well, they stepped up, and my daughter, she was on a COVID floor, and the stress of that was unbelievable. Back when everybody, they're preaching you're gonna die, whatever. And actually, a little story from that. She had that was some of the time after first being a new nurse too, and she was freaking out a little bit about it. Nice houses there, look at that. So we chatted about it, and I told her a story from the fire department lessons learned. And I told her, I said, sweetie, you're going to go through, if you stay in this, you're going to go through 5 or 6 of these in your career where some new thing is out and everybody's going to die from it. And you're so, they're scaring the crap out of people about it. This is going to happen. It's happened with AIDS, hepatitis, just on and on and on. I've seen it throughout my years. And when I was a younger fireman, TB and just on and on. I realized that the first one back in the day was AIDS, and well, even more before that, but AIDS was a big one, and everybody was worried about it. And when you would set through those classes, you would, they would be freaking you out. It's like if you touch something and, you got to use universal precautions and glove up and mask up. And if you sat and thought about that, especially the job that we had, dealing with blood, massive amounts of blood and car accidents and accidents of all kinds, if you sat there and thought about that and got that in your head, you would go crazy. You would never eat when you were on duty. So I realized this is why you've seen firemen, man, they'll be eating right after some crazy event or whatever. But you just realize that you're not going to die from all these different things that people are talking about, and stuff always gets hyped. And that ain't just to say COVID. That's happened throughout time. And a lot of times the reason is there's money to be made, so they hype it. And of course, back then at the fire department, we spent all kind of money on all this new PPE and everything. And then after a little while, it goes by the wayside. It used to be the talk of the town, and you got to do this and you got to do that. And then people realize after a period of time, well, dang, it ain't as bad as they say it is. And then usually money is what slows it down. I got a buddy that's gonna drop me in my car. He just said he can see us around in the bend, so I suspect that's the roadway that's on right there. We just gotta ride around the bend here. Y'all been done come along the whole way. Answer a few more questions here, and then Mark Andrews, would have been in Florida when you guys passed by stepmother's house. I'd have been on the dock waving. Yep. Sorry we missed you, buddy. We've had a lot of that too. We've definitely had a lot of that. Nice golf course out there. I like to play a little golf. Haven't played in a long time. Love to play up in the mountains. Florida's covered with golf courses. Maybe when I get back, I've always been so busy. Maybe I can get to do a little bit of that this coming winter. Nice course though. Wow, right on the water like this. I'm assuming this Skidaway Island, from what I can tell, is high dollar. Not a place someone where I'm gonna live. WEFD F46. Hey Mike, what do you miss the most about the job? Probably the camaraderie of doing stuff together. My last years I still could be on a truck, but my last 10, 12 years I was a fire investigator, and I had a car, so I had a lot of freedom, and I went to pretty much anything good. So all the guys, I'm hanging out with the guys, as you know, getting some challenging calls, all the kidding and razzing, and that's good times. Made lifelong friends at the fire department, friends today, and I'm sure you will as well. I was also, so when I was in 99, the city approached me to, they said, we need some medical training, or some medical people, and I was an EMT, medical people on our SWAT team. And if we paid for you to go to the police academy, would you go and then be on the SWAT team? Well, heck yeah, probably in my mid-30s at the time, whatever it was. I was all over that. And they sent me to the police academy, paid for everything, and I got out, and of course, very shortly, they moved me up quickly, get me on the SWAT team, and I became a regular member of the team, and that was an absolute blast. And from that time, I worked as a police officer at the same city in Winter Haven. If I was on duty, I got it to where at a time I would go sign out a car and go work the street, work the road for 8 hours or so. We had a certain amount of time we had to get in each month. Now we worked for free, but you might say we were getting paid because we were on duty at the fire department. And if something came in, we just went to the fire department. or went to the fire, but we were going to function as fire investigators later on anyway, so it all worked out. So I did the police thing, and then we started the fire investigation unit at our department. And so we were all, you have a lot of classes you got to get to be arson certified and all that. That took another 5 or 6 years of steady going to classes, how it is off on your off days and whatever. And finally worked all the way up. We had all the arson classes, and we basically took over from the police department. We did the cases start to finish. So obviously, and then we expanded our arson division. I think we probably had 7, 8 people at one time in the unit, and we did it all from work the origin and call